Hey, what's up everybody? John from Stuff That's Good here, and this is my very first YouTube video, so welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Stuff That's Good. I'm super excited to be sharing some of my passions and some of my interests and some of my hobbies and just my love for music with all of you. That's what this channel is going to be all about. It's going to be all about music gear, albums that I enjoy listening to, tech that involves kind of music like headphones or different things, and that's actually what we're talking about today. I just went to the Apple store and bought myself the brand new HomePod. It's the HomePod 2.0. It's super cool because it's a little bit smaller, it's refined. Apple released a HomePod a couple years ago and nobody bought it. Very few people bought it. But one of the things that it got tons of positive reviews for was its sound quality. So I'm not so much of a nerd into where I'm gonna dive into like the, engine and everything, the chips that run this thing. I'm just gonna tell you how it sounds to me. Now, my daily usage for this thing is going to be just streaming from Apple Music, and then also I'm going to use it as a TV speaker, and I'm probably going to get another one to do like the stereo thing, but I want to review it in both of those ways, just listening to some awesome music through it and reviewing it as a speaker, and then also listening to it through the TV. And I believe it has eARC as well, which is cool, so if you have more than one device plugged into your TV, it'll be the speaker for all those things instead of just your Apple TV. So let's get into this. I haven't even opened this bad boy yet, okay? So like I know a lot of people don't do unboxings as much anymore, but because I have no idea what's good for YouTube yet, just things that are good that I review, I'm gonna start out with an unboxing. Let's do this. So here we go. Here's the HomePod. It's in its original box from the store. Let's pull these tabs. Let's see what we got here. Ready for this? Yes, 1 and 2. All right, so here we go. This is the HomePod 2.0 from Apple, updated, a little bit smaller than the original one, not as tall, I believe. Man, that thing it's heavy though. This is definitely by no means a portable device. It's got a detachable power cord. The one before had one built in, so this will be a little bit easier to plug in. I got the white one because I just thought it would look a little bit nicer in my space that I'm going to use it. The top of this is the touchscreen with Siri. I've heard on the white HomePod, I've heard that the bottom of this thing causes stains on a wood finish. I'm gonna have this on a wood dresser actually below my TV, so we'll see if that's true. It probably is, and it's going to leave a white ring. But you know what? For those of us that just really want great audio and a nice looking device, do we really care? Like, how much do we care about that? We're gonna find out how much I care about it. Hopefully not at all. You know what? I'm committed now. Doesn't matter. It's gonna happen, okay? Here we go. All right, inside the box, we got the cable. I'm guessing there's like a manual in here and a bunch of stuff, but I feel like with Apple products, I just don't need a manual. You just kind of turn it on, follow the instructions, and you're good. It's a braided white cable to match the HomePod. That does not chill, okay. And then some instructions here. All right, this is what it looks like. It's what it feels like. I'm gonna peel this label off the top of here. We're gonna stick it on this desk. We're gonna listen to some music. Let's do it. So my HomePod is plugged in back here, and the top of it is pulsing white, and it made the like turn on sound, and then my phone needed to update in order to use it. So that's my phone chilling next to it. As soon as that's updated, we will play music. But heads up, you get one of these bad boys, you might need to update your phone. Anticlimactic though. All right, if my lighting looks a little bit different in here, it's because it's a little bit later. It took me a minute to update my phone, but it's finally updated. I held it by my HomePod, it did this. Let's finish this up. Hey bud. So this bad boy is just setting all of its stuff up. So I guess we just wait. We're waiting. All right, this is gonna be good. Looking forward to this. It's setting up, so. Ooh, HomePod is ready. All right, so I don't know if you guys have like a song that you always like test speakers with. This is something that musicians do all the time. We wanna hear the same song that we know how it sounds and we love how it sounds and we just particularly like the mix or whatever. Some people use Steely Dan because they say those are the best mixes ever. However, I'm a child of the 90s. I'm a Third Eye Blind boy, so I always test speakers with Good For You by Third Eye Blind. I don't know exactly what it is about this song, it just starts right out the gate with a huge punch. So I'm gonna play a section of it in hope that my YouTube channel doesn't get taken down for this. Third Eye Blind, I love you guys. I'm not making any money off this. I literally just love this song. Here we go. Crank it up.
Hey, will you stay a while? My smile will not mislead you. 'Cause inside I feel a weakness starts to glow. I'll take it in your undertow. Everything is fine. I'm lonely all the time. 'Cause all I wanna do is be there for the things that you go through.
So it sounds pretty great, honestly. I had it all the way up. And it sounds like it's coming out of a speaker. I mean, it doesn't sound, I literally, if you could see my setup right now, I have two KRK studio monitors here and a subwoofer. So I typically listen to music with that and not with a HomePod. Obviously, it's not as good as my speakers, but for a Bluetooth speaker that just plugs into a wall and chills right there, not very big, it sounds pretty great. And what I like about it is I just brought it down to a lower level. And even at a low level, the frequency response is still really good. Like I still clearly hear lows. I clearly hear everything nice and balanced, just like if the volume was higher. So it's very even, whether it's quiet or it's louder. All right, another one of my favorite songs that I just love the mix and the arrangement to is Death Cab for Cutie Soul Meets Body. I know that was a big single of theirs, but I like the arrangement in the chorus specifically. It's got a lot of interesting textures and moments to it, so I'm also gonna play a few seconds of that as well and just hear how this bad boy sounds.
I send my thoughts to far off destinations someday.
You know what's cool about this speaker is like it sounds great when I'm sitting here. It sounds like exactly the same when I move in the room. The speakers go all the way around this thing. And that's awesome because no matter where you have it in the room, it sounds awesome. I don't know if I've ever experienced that with speakers before. That's cool. And I have like a JBL Flip, which obviously it's a small speaker. It's not nearly as good as this would be, but it doesn't do that. But it doesn't sound anything like this. If I had to nitpick, the only thing I wish this speaker had would be like some kind of tuning ability to like reduce the highs or increase the lows, and maybe there's a way to do that. If there's a way to tune your HomePod at all, EQ wise, let me know if there's a way to do that. And also for record, I'm using Apple Music. I listen to music on Apple Music. I don't know, there's something about like my old iTunes library. I remember when Apple Music came out, you could merge the two, and so I did that. And Spotify just felt like it was like in another universe for me, and I just didn't want to do that. Although some of the like social features of Spotify is super cool, and as an artist, I'm gonna be posting music to Spotify. So I love Spotify, I don't have a problem with Spotify. I just personally, when I listen to music, I listen to Apple Music. So I know that's a deal breaker for a lot of people with the HomePod, but well, hey, I love this thing. I love the HomePod. Sounds great, looks great, feels great. No matter where you are in the room, it works great. I'm not testing any of the smart features because I'm a musician. I don't care if there are smart features on this thing. I already have an Alexa in my house, which is a total nightmare at times. So I think I'm just going to hang on to the HomePod as an awesome shelf speaker, listen to music through it in my spaces. I may also pop up a video about using it as like an Apple TV speaker. A lot of people do that, but I think it would make the most sense in a stereo pair rather than a single. But I'll try it that way too, just for giggles. But for now, hey, musician's take on the HomePod. Yes, it sounds amazing. It's better than, as far as I can tell, any other Bluetooth speaker out there. I've listened to a lot of them. I own a lot of them, and this thing just sounds amazing, whether the volume is a little bit higher, whether it's lower. The frequency response between the two is amazing. No matter where you are in the room, it's gonna sound awesome. It's not a set of studio monitors, okay? And it's not perfect, but if you want a solid, great sounding Bluetooth speaker that's gonna work great with your iPhone, with Apple Music, I mean, come on, man, this is the thing to buy. So you can pick that up at the link below if you'd like to do that, and if not, don't do it. It's up to you. You want one, buy it. You don't want it, don't buy it. There's also a HomePod Mini. It probably doesn't sound as good, but it's a lot cheaper, so there you go. Well, hey, thanks for checking out this video, and if you liked it, go ahead and ring the bell. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because there's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming out. My next video is probably gonna be a music gear review. If you're a guitar player like I am, if you're a musician, you like studio gear, you like guitar pedals, you like things like that, guitar amps, where is it? Right there. I'm getting used to like the reverse. Everything's in reverse. Amps or whatever. I'll be filming a whole bunch of videos, just trying stuff out, things that I know I love, things that I've never tried before, and seeing if this is something cool that I could add to my rig or not. If you're into that, let's hang. See ya.